Hey guys, what's up? Hammer Tactical. My buddy Ryan, wanted me to do a review on this. He's got one. A lot of my friends have actually purchased these over the years. Some of my friends really haven't used it. I mean, a lot of people just see it as a novelty. This is the SOG FastHawk, and in case you haven't noticed, it's a tomahawk, and it is made for throwing. It's kind of a novelty, but it's also a really useful tool. It does have knurling right here for, I really struggled with that word, knurling. But yeah, it's a hammer surface, so you can sit there and pound on crap. That's real safe looking, huh? But anyways, the tang comes down to about right here, and as you can see, she's getting a little bit swollen. It's not a problem as of yet. I haven't had any issues. I haven't had to tighten these up or anything. There might be a problem around the corner, but it's got a lifetime guarantee. And I think they expect you to throw it. They call it a FastHawk. That sounds like they're, setting the floor plans for you to throw this thing. And it's got holes in it that might be for weight reduction, but it whistles. That's pretty sweet. There's a video on here. If you listen good enough, you can hear it. It's smacked into so much crap. It's been hard used. I typically keep this in the car because it's a good tool for real. You can do a lot of stuff with it. If you gotta like dig up a little hole or something, it's there. If you gotta bust something up or break something, it's pretty much just a really good breaking toy. Like, it's destructive. But I've used it as a camp axe a couple times. Don't plan on splitting firewood with it. You can try. You're just going to wear yourself out and go to sleep cold. But, as I said, it's SOG. It's a China product. The handle is a glass-filled nylon. It keeps going. It's taking a beating. I have beat. Oh, there's a chip. Anyways, it is taking a beating. You can see where it's slammed into barn doors and barn doors. We drew stick figures and threw it at it. It was pretty cool. We were back 50 yards at one point, and I'm not that accurate at 50 yards, but we were getting it to stick, and it's fun. Typically I'm 10, 20 feet away when I throw it, and I don't know, it's fun for me. The sheath, I really don't use it a whole lot. It blew out. I did carry it at one time, and the snap's gone, and I don't know. It's a nice gesture, It's got snaps that hold it in. They're really difficult, and that's one of the reasons I don't like it, because it's just kind of a pain. But that's good for retention, I suppose. It's got a belt loop on the back. That's the only thing they really offer, and it's small. If you wear a man-sized belt, you're probably not going to get it through. Any other features that I might be missing? It's 12.5 inches overall length. The blade length right here is 2 inches. The backside over here, it doesn't come sharp. I took a file to it because I was bored one day and I thought it would look cool. But it'll stick even if you don't sharpen it up. I mean, come on, this thing flying. Yeah, it's going to stick. But it's a fun little tool. Throwing a tomahawk or a knife isn't really a practical thing. I wouldn't suggest it in an actual survival situation unless you know you're going to be able to retrieve it. But this thing can hide in tall grass or even dirt. I've thrown it and lost it, and it took forever to find it. And I actually ended up stepping on it, and that's how I found it. I was like, oh, well, there she is. You can see right here on the blade. Yeah, I have hit nails, rocks. I put this thing through use. And I did actually sharpen this a little bit ago. I drug it through a little Smith grinder. Nothing fancy. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. It's tomahawk. But it's a blast. This is one of my favorite fun toys. If you like throwing knives, or if you like throwing darts or anything like that, you and your buddies get together and start chucking this at a piece of wood or a tree, or even, like, you can buy balsa wood targets. And this is fun. Or even, I mean, I wouldn't throw it at hay bales because it goes inside of them. It's kind of hard to find, and when you're digging around, it's sharp. It hurts. Be careful playing with it. I'm typically not that careful with stuff. Just throwing that out there. I'm kind of a hazard, but I'm not bleeding, so apparently I did all right today. The new sheath, I will say this. The new sheath is a cooler design. It sits down inside of it, and it's got a flap that snaps from the top, so you open it and you pull it out of the top. And I think that's a much better design than it's hanging, because I've been in the woods and I've had some paracord wrapped around the inside of this so I could actually loop it on, and I've gotten it stuck on stuff and it's came out, but that's probably where that snap broke. We've also used this thing for butchering up animals, like knocking legs off rabbits and squirrels and stuff like that. City Squirrel, actually, me and him have used this for food prep a couple times. You can chop heads off of fish and stuff like that. Am I missing anything? I don't know. MSRP, right now, you can pick these up for about $28. That's a good deal. They make a new one now that's got saws along the edges, then it's got paracord wrap, then it's got a fire starter, and it's got a nail puller here. That's pretty cool, I guess. I think that model goes for like $50. But I really recommend it to anybody that's an outdoorsman type person, because it makes for a lot of fun activities, and it's actually it's a helpful tool. You can bust up kindling. You could, do a lot of little stuff. And honestly, back when I first got this, I kept a really good edge on it. And I mean, I whittled sticks and did goofy stuff with it. It works. It gets a thumbs up. Cheap and effective. Typically, people are like, well, you get what you pay for. That piece of junk made in China, $4.20, blah, 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 only less than $30. You get a lot of bang for your buck on this. I've had this for, I want to say, since 2010. And it's been hard used. A lot. We have beat the snot out of this thing. We've thrown it over cinder blocks into gravel and stuff. And it just, for fun, just to see what it would do. And to let you know what that does, when you throw this at a target and there's a bunch of gravel in front of it, it hits and it goes about 1,000 feet beyond where you wanted it to go, and it gets lost. But $30 if you lose it. There's so much red paint on this thing, it's kind of funny. It looks cool because it's actually used and beat up. But let me know what you think. If you have any requests on reviews and stuff, let me know. I'll try my hardest to get at it. Thanks. Like and subscribe, please. And if you hit the dislike button, tell me what it is, I only got 2 dislikes. I'm curious, like, what was it? What did I mess up? Let me get better. If you don't agree with what I say, there's comments. Let me know. Anyways, God bless. Have a good time.